Hello, friends. Welcome to Chromatic Chimera and Agora's Bells, where we have episode 16 of arc number 2 tonight. Last week, or last time on Agora's Bells, because we did take a week off there, we had the Wrong Turns had went after the dragons of the Darunes. They had killed one on their own, and then they set out for the second one. On setting out, they realized that there was more stars in the sky than usual, almost double if they were counting. And their sailor Keith had no idea where he was going because he normally navigates by the stars, and it is completely different now. Eventually, they found their way to the island that they were looking for, and upon arrival, they found Chaldrith the Sunken Sorrow pinned up against the wall and dead. Shocked to them, they didn't know what was going on, and they entered the town even further and found that there were void entities inside of the town. They did battle with them, finding one of Bulin's new disciples leading the charge, and it was very strange, though, because the combat took them into multiple dimensions, where the cultists of the void were trying to pull something unnatural into their plane of existence, and it almost seemed for a time that both of these planes were merged into one. The Wrong Turns were victorious. They left off and they embarked on their ship. After talking to the townsfolk didn't really know much more than the Wrong Turns, frankly, did. And the Wrong Turns had decided it would probably be best to head towards the next Dragon of the Darunes. So that's where we leave off. We are aboard the Cold Sea Titan with Captain Keith trying his best to navigate in this new environment that is unfamiliar to him. Luckily, he can kind of use the landform that you are currently on as pretty good directions to where he is going. So the next dragon is on the Great Divide, dividing the two halves of the planet. So that's where we left off. If you would all like to talk or anything in the meantime, please go for it. This would be a good time as we kind of start the episode and get back into it.
Do we have any idea, I guess, how long it would take us to get from this island to at least the divide, even if not the actual dragon?
Sure. Probably like 3-4 days. So you've got time to.
Oh
get
shit, I'm gonna
something
heal
done.
up because Blossom got wrecked in that fight with the dragon.
Yeah.
Can I do, like, if it's only a few days, can I heal up to like max right now, I guess? Or
Yeah, that's fine.
because I would hit that anyway, but
Yeah, that's fine.
okay.
Also going
Thank
to
you.
recover some HPs.
Merciful GM.
Yeah, you guys can just heal to full. That's fine.
Can we get all our magic points back too?
Sure, within 4 days. I mean, there's not going to be a ton that happens in these 4 days.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were gonna,
No,
fuck with us.
No, we're in the end game. There's not. There's no, Sahagins raiding your ship anymore. And if there are, you blast them with cantrips and they walk away sad. So.
No.
Yeah. So you get all your magic points and your health back. Is there anything you want to do during this trip? Keith's entire crew is here. If you wanted to talk to them or anything, if you wanted to talk to each other, of course.
At some point, I think Blossom, or Chase rather, would want to check in with King Jax. I don't know if anyone else has any talks, but...
I do want to talk with Sarah, but I can go after.
Alright, do we want to do Blossom and King Jax first then?
Sure.
Cool.
Sure.
So at some point, I guess I'll just sort of come, like, wandering to look for King Jax, like, when either of us are keeping watch or something. I don't know where you're spending your time, making Isaac Heath in the galley.
Maybe. Probably spend a lot of time in the galley. Maybe once in a while, just kind of up on the ship to feel the cold sea air. But Kane Jax would not be there if Chase would prefer.
I mean, she'll go wherever. She's still definitely not a fan of the water. Probably feels a lot safer, at least now that she's got that handy ring from Cal.
Ooh,
She has
yeah.
a ring of water walking now, which is pretty clutch.
So yeah, I'll be
not looking forward to testing it. She's still gonna have her claws like dug into the like ship deck all the time.
sure. I'll be chilling on the deck. That's fine. Probably just like leaning in a chair, puffing from a pipe, reading some beat up looking book, and just being like, oh yes, oh beans, huh. Oh hello Chase.
What you reading there, KJ?
Oh, I was just reading old book from a while ago, and he's just kind of starts shoving it into his bag.
I want to try and see it. Can I see what it is?
Yeah, you can. So it's like this like leather-bound book. It's dyed green. It looks like it's pretty beat up and old. And as he's putting it away, you do see like there's like an image of like a coniferous tree, so like a pine tree on it, like a really like magnificent one, and he's just kind of like putting it into his pack, just shoving it away.
What you reading about there, King Jax? Is it dirty? You reading something dirty?
No, it's just old memories of times past. Just was reliving sometimes from, before taking up this wild lifestyle.
What do you mean? Is that like your scrapbook or something? I mean, you don't have to like show me. I'm just
No, it's no, just an oldest journal Aurora and I would pass back and forth with each other. So
Oh, all right. So like shared letters, kinda.
yeah, you suppose so. That sounds about right. Yeah.
You okay? I mean, I know.
Yeah, though, just reliving simpler times before my life got complicated and I got cursed like vampire and started worshiping five-headed Tiamat dragon goddess. And we started to just, hop skip into hell for a few days because, why not? It was simpler time back then, and I just need a bit of a break up here, too.
Yeah, I mean, I get that one for sure. It's been kind of this has been a wild fucking ride pretty recently. I don't think any of us were really planning to like go to hell or probably come back from it.
Yeah.
And
You ever just feel like really fucked? Like that's how I'm feeling right now, trying to hunt these dragons, especially seeing the last one, someone beat us to it.
I mean, I felt pretty fucked, like, since that first night. Thunder almost killed me and I had to run, so
That's fair. Yeah.
kind of used to it. If anything, I'm feeling better these days, I guess. I mean, I got you guys with me.
Well, that's good. And also got to reunite with do the Nant shoulders, just rustling up towards Chase. Reunite with Cal recently. Slicks back hair. How have you two been?
I mean, doing good, I guess. And she's sort of like fiddling with the ring he gave her. She's like, I think I like asked him to move in with me, actually.
That's a big step.
Yeah, I mean,
in.
it was just, kind of like while he's looking for something else, like on the island. And I mean, now he's like here with us, and I just like gesture back to wherever he, like, his general direction.
he's probably like hanging out with the rough looking sailors, just gives like one of those sup waves.
I'm like not even actually looking at him though, just like, yeah, that guy.
It's the King Jax, that's why it's just like a sup, like not like oh hey, it's just
oh hey.
I get the Midwestern, drive by.
I mean, I guess things are going well. It's weird, not really used to like this whole feelings thing.
Well, you see, the feelings thing can go well, and it sounds like it's going well, so I say chase that dream and make sure he's not an absolute slob, am I right?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's like a part fiend or something.
Oh, beans! I've never had to clean up after one of those. Cleaning up after an arch existence. Oh, boy, beans. You've not seen the kind of mess Bool and Yang could leave behind. Hopefully,
that's true.
I don't imagine Cal's much better, but maybe tentacles are good for lawn keeping, perhaps, and yard maintenance. Yeah.
Maybe? How are you? I mean, I know we didn't, like, see Berlin in that last fight, but when I came out of that abyss space, I saw, like, one of his new, like, assholes or whatever there.
Oh
You
yeah,
alright?
those bingle boppers are just lost souls trying to find answers. Or people probably shouldn't be looking.
Well, I mean, I feel like I can't judge people too harshly on that one. I just, like, scratch at my knock mark.
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't be judging them as harshly either. They're just trying to find answers in this complicated, weird, and cosmic universe like the rest of us.
Pretty much.
So it's just I've been thinking a lot lately about the people we've been fighting and up against, and those who we've put 6 feet under, to say, and well, if they've been giant kin, at least 15.
Right. It's. Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot too, actually. I try not to, but now I've started and I can't stop.
Well, it's really hard not to think about it when you see the fuckers all over the place.
I just,
Oh,
like,
look, there's one climbing out of the water right now. Hey, Davy
Oh.
Jones, how's it going, buddy?
I mean, like, it's just like you see them wandering around like that. Do they, like,
All
talk
the-
to you?
I got stoned with them the other night.
Oh, damn.
Don't tell Saren, but I stole a page from her spell book and used
What?
it as rolling paper.
How do you, like, not have an extra head or something right now? I feel like that should, like, go terribly wrong.
But I was able to talk to one of
So
the
I cannot
ghosty.
wait for her to find out. Like, I won't tell her, but,
Yeah.
she's gonna find out.
Well, I'll just blame it on one of those bingle boppers. Say they used like some weird spell or something. But anyway, hear me out though. So I was able to talk to one of them. I think it was that kind of spell because
Oh.
there is. I remember how I could cast that as cleric before.
Yeah.
You know how I've used that. Oh, that's I think what it was. And this one was telling me maybe there is a cure and where to find it, and it involves blood magic, unfortunately. But
Okay, but there's, like, a cure then? Like, we can find something to undo the ill fate?
perhaps, and there's a new topic now for Bryn and Saren to research. Nothing like a little blood magic. That sounds like right up their sounds right up their alley.
Well, I mean, shit, man. Like, frankly, I'm willing to do whatever we gotta to, make things right for you again.
Yeah, I just don't want to hurt anyone to do it, unless they're being a real,
Bingle
ogre.
bobber?
Yeah, bingle bopper, or maybe being an ogre about it.
Oh. Alright, I mean, I don't really know how, like, blood magic works, but I bet we'd be able to figure something out, Hey, I mean, fucking Taun's kicking around somewhere, if nothing else, right?
A wicked grin spreads across King Jax's face. Oh yes.
We owe that fucker if he's trying to lure people into hell for their souls.
Well, he owes me a lot.
Oh, I think
But-
he owes us all a fucking lot.
Yeah, like a stuck pigs amount a lot.
Like, a lot.
Like a
A
blood
lot.
price.
Yeah, so, we'll figure something out, King Jax, especially with Saren and Bryn on it, like,
Right? There's always a loophole somewhere.
we'll figure it out, I promise.
And how you're doing good in all other aspects as well, feeling confident going up against new dragon foes, perhaps?
I mean, I don't know about, like, confident, but we took care of the one. Right now, it's just, every dragon brings us closer to stopping Unifier, which really just means I'm getting a little bit closer to stopping Thunder, and I, like, literally have a blade with her name on it, so... I mean, not, like, literally, but I mean,
Oh, I wrote to her name on me hammer, and he pulls out the hammer, and there's like a bunch of like people's names that we've been up against, and like the ones we've killed have been like you
I'm
see
like,
Victor and
shit.
Persephone are crossed out on there, and Thunder's on like one of the faces in big letters.
Nice. I like it. I mean, well, the last time I saw her, I sort of like tap heirloom on my hip and leg. This thing got all like fucked up because this was my grandma's blade and wasn't all like magic yet. But Now it is, and I am super excited for her to meet it. New and improved.
Yes, wherever thunder lurks, don't worry. Lightning's always around. And he kind of like makes a spark flicker from his eye. And lightning always strikes first, so haha!
There we go. We got the advantage. Alright. I just wanted to check up on you after, like, shit's been going down, you know? I feel like we haven't really gotten to, like, chat lately. I don't want to stop talking to you with, you know, stuff with, like, Cal or whatever. I don't want to be one of those friends.
Oh, don't. Oh, and he's just like looking at Cal, and Cal's like kind of starting to walk up. Oh, hey, buddy. Wasn't talking about you at all. And then, you know what Aurora said to me, and he pulls the book back out. When you open that dispensary, you should call it Grow Place Like Home. Close journal.
That
puts
is
it back.
perfect. That's good marketing right there. Definitely once the journal is open though, Chase is like leaning over trying to read more of it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you see like a little like heart sketch in there somewhere. He just shoves it back in his bag when you start to get snippy.
A hearts.
Right. So some like elvish letters and giant runes that are probably X's and O's.
Aww. I won't say anything, but I'm definitely like just grinning, like shit-eating grin at you as you put it away.
And he knows and just like takes out the roach that he's now smoking and just flicks it at you.
I catch it with my cat reflexes and finish.
Beans, I always forget. Cat-like reflexes. Come on.
Haha.
And I will then adjourn to go hang out with Keith in the galley.
Nice. That's all I got.
Wizards?
Down, Saren.
Hello, Bryn. What can I do for you?
It's not urgent or anything. I just wanted to check in, I suppose. I know you have business with the Order of the Weave soon, and I don't know, I thought maybe you might want to talk about it if it's concerning you. I know it's been kind of looming recently.
It has been a bit looming, but surprisingly not in the way one might think. You know, I am a bit nervous to look at this appointment with the Weave, with the Order, but I'm more concerned that it won't let me be around you, around the group, and I just hope it doesn't take me away from all of this. This is more excitement than I've had in most of my life, and I've really come to enjoy it.
That's one way to put it. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that we would much prefer to have you with us.
I would much prefer to be with you all as well. As long as my appointment allows me to travel at will, I would be happy to accept it, but I may have to turn it down if that's not an option. I'd much rather be out and about.
Have you had any word from the Weave about the staff that we found?
DM, have I heard anything from the Order? Have I heard from Quill?
The last time you talked to Quill was just that short message spell that y'all sent to him, and he said to come find him because he won't be able to do anything with the staff remotely, but can
That's
probably
right.
help in person.
That's right.
And he said that he's also on his way to the Weave Island, so you can find him there.
Cool. No, I haven't heard any updates since we last spoke. I think we're gonna have to wait until we actually arrive to do all of this pomp and circumstance before we can get any more information, unfortunately. I'm sorry. How are you?
I'm alright. I have this sneaking suspicion that I had something like a close call with our last fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought for a minute that maybe I wasn't coming back from that one.
Well, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do if something had happened. Probably something not legal again.
I've spent my whole life looking for a way to cheat death, but never for myself. I've never been afraid for my own life. But now that we are so close, and now that I have that staff, and I think there is really a chance for us to end this and for me to see my family again, I'm more afraid than I have been in a long time.
I know how you feel. Just the hint of hope of seeing my sibling or either of my parents again is nerve-wracking, is a very kind way of putting it.
It's a frightening thing.
It is. Especially, maybe it's not the hope itself, maybe it's more of like the realization that the hope might come to nothing. The fear that the hope might not become real.
It was easier when you knew it was hopeless, and that way you couldn't lose anything.
Exactly. You can never be disappointed if your expectations are on the floor.
Well, some people find a way to limbo right under that one.
All right, that's true. I will give you that one. I will give you that one.
I know what you mean. It's just, after so long, after everything we have been through, the wrong turns are my family, and I can't lose my family again.
I feel that way myself. I didn't think I would ever feel that way again. To be completely honest, when I first joined you all, I was actually a little mad at myself at how quickly I became attached. I'm not mad anymore, but I am scared.
When I first met the Wrong Turns so long ago in that stupid tavern, I didn't think anything of it, you know? I've met a lot of people in my life, and I've done a very good job of not getting attached. Something about this particular collection of idiots is just...
There's a lot of stupidity, but it's endearing stupidity.
Yes, it is. I just hope we all survive this.
I hope so too. I really, really do. I don't know what we'll do if we don't. Well, we'll just have to break the laws of the universe again. We'll likely have to do something illegal, and it'll be fine.
We're already planning to do it once. We can just expand the parameters a little bit.
Exactly. Once you've broken the laws of the universe once, it doesn't matter if you break them again.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
Honestly, we can just do it back on our island because it's our island, our rules.
Yes, there you go. Loopholes.
Loopholes. I was actually thinking of getting a drink and reading. I have one of my books in my bag. Do you want to join me?
Sure, I would love to.
I'll get you some tea then.
Thank you.
And I will go down and get her some tea, and I will get myself some tea and some whiskey. And then I will grab my book and hand Bryn a choice of books, unless she has one of her own. And I would like to pick through my books until I mysteriously find a missing page in one of them.
Not
Bryn-
hard to find one.
I have an idea of who did this, Bryn. But I want you to, back me up on this. This doesn't seem like something Chase would do.
Hmm?
And it's not something you would do. It's definitely not something I would do. And it's not something Shield Mom would do, which leaves one culprit.
I do vaguely remember having to chase Kanjax away from my books, and I did not know what he wanted with them, but it wasn't good.
Oh, did you?
Vaguely, yes.
All right, well, I'm going to get slightly intoxicated. That way the yelling isn't so loud. We'll read for a bit first. I'd much rather
Okay.
have your company than to yell at the wayward child.
What was that we were saying about endearing stupidity?
Endearing stupidity, indeed. Except that he has endangered his life now. Remember what we said about breaking the laws of the universe?
Book. I'm more angry about the book. This was important knowledge.
I completely agree. And so I'm gonna have to kill him over it, and then we'll just break the laws of the universe and he'll be
Bring him
brought
back
and
in.
it's fine.
Let the record show that Kanjax first told them about the blood magic and no one else. Let the record show.
I mean, we
But
were gonna bring
did he
you
mention
back.
the
It's not like we were gonna
page?
let you stay dead. You just had to sit in a corner for 20 minutes. It's fine.
Spectral timeout.
Spectral
PvP
timeout.
timeout. I love it.
So I will sit with Bryn and read and drink and stew.
That's all I had. So.
Okay. All right. So the reading is had. The conversations are had. What is Shield Mom up to during this voyage?
I have taken it upon myself to whip the crew into shape.
Good. Good.
So there's training every morning, and those who do not make training have to swim behind the boat.
You wake up like the second day, and there's just people like groaning in their cots, and you just kind of like flip their cot over and get them up there. There's more
After
people
the
swimming.
second day when they gotta swim behind the boat, they're not gonna be waking up late anymore.
True. So after the rough second day, the third day, Shield Mom has whipped the entire crew into shape. Amazing.
Yep. So I am I am training the crew, and the ship has never been so spick and span.
Awesome. All right.
All of the cabins are cleaned and in order. I have located everybody's left sock.
From salty sea dogs to Navy SEALs.
Yes.
All right. Well, if Saren would like to yell at Kangjax, I don't know when we're waiting for that, but if that would like to happen now, it can.
After a couple of hours of stewing with Bryn, I will again glance at my book, get angry, get a little drunk angry, and go find Kangjax.
Oh no! I love to imagine Kanjax is doing some really fuck off thing right now, you know, like ball battle with the string.
And then door just slams open.
Oh, beans!
Kangjax,
Well, hi! I wasn't expecting you. I'm so sorry.
clearly. I have a question for you. I'm missing something of mine. Do you have any idea what it could be?
No!
I don't.
That's in character.
I don't believe you. Just because you're undead doesn't make you a good liar. Now,
Look, I'll admit that I'm shite at lying. Okay, yes, I stole a page from your spell book. I was just trying to learn how to read.
you were trying to learn how to read by taking a page out of a book?
Well, I was trying to learn some new magic, you know? I was like, ooh, Saren casts really cool spells. I want to cast really cool spells. So I took page from a book and then read it. Yes.
You didn't think to take the whole book and get more context for that one page?
Look,
I
I
just
figured you'd
assumed.
notice the whole book missing, but not the single page.
I just assumed you are what you eat.
Look, I thought, you know, each page was its own spell. So I was like, oh, I'll just take one spell, you know, baby steps, one at a time.
What did you do with it?
I used it to learn new magic.
In what capacity, King Jax? Where is it?
So, funny story about that. So, you know, you know how, I see dead people? Well, the funny thing is, one of them, I think his name was Alabaster or something like that, came up and snatched the page right out of my hand and ran off with it.
As far as I know, and based on your previous experiences, we cannot interact with the spirits, and they are incorporeal. That was a terrible lie. Try
But
again.
the page did let me talk to ghosts. Fine, I stole the page and used it to roll in blood. Okay.
King Jax, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I know, I'm sorry, but it was quite an experience, let me tell you. Holy, I actually did talk to one of the dead guys, and he told me about blood magic that could cure me, but I figured that sounded really dark, but you would really like it because it's dark and cool sounding.
I mean, yes, it is dark and cool sounding, and we will revisit that when I'm not so mad at you.
But look, if it's
Why
any
didn't you just-
consolation, it was a trip, yo.
That's not any consolation because one, I didn't get to trip, and two, you stole a page out of my book.
I figured it was like a little measly, like, cantrip spell. You wouldn't miss it.
You know what? No, come with me. And I grab him by the ear, and I drag him out up on top of the deck.
Look.
Shield, Mom.
Yes.
I have a late recruit for your morning workout. He's late, so he needs to swim behind the ship.
Well, he already ran his 2 miles this morning.
No, and I will explain the situation to her. No, I think he needs to swim behind the ship.
Fair enough. All right. Into the water.
Mom! I was gonna share and tell her the secret later and, like, roll another one, acquire more spell books.
Not
Yeah,
good
okay,
enough.
all right,
Get in the
put on-
water.
Yeah, put on your life jacket. You tie the rope to yourself so we don't lose you. Get in the water.
Okay.
Don't make me make you walk off the plank.
Okay. And he just, like, very defeatedly just straps on the little floaties. They got the little wings on them. Puts on the rubber ducky inner tube and just jumps defeatedly into the water and just starts paddling behind the boat.
I feel much better. I'm still angry, but I feel so much better. This is very cathartic. Thank you for this.
That's not a problem. Do you want to turn?
No, thank
Okay.
you. I'm going to go return to my reading and try to rewrite this page.
So after you go to return to your reading and I'm getting onto the boat, I lean over to Adrian and I'm go, wait till she finds out I used the wand to unclog the toilet.
Off in the distance, I just grow
I-
increasingly angry and I don't know why.
I am disgusted yet slightly proud.
And there's the first Alex through Abby's mic of the night.
And Kane Jax will just saunter off, realizing he's a better rogue than the party's rogue.
Listen, listen. You're not wrong. I've not been rolling great.
Well, that's better than anything I had planned, so I don't really know where to take this, but we can continue, I guess. Alright, so you enjoy the 4 days at sea, just getting to talk with your friends and newfound family. The crew is whipped into shape by Shield Mom by the end of the 4th day. There is a lot of moaning and groaning at their sore, torn ligaments, but they are working more functionally than before. Eventually, and again, the extra day, I might have not said this, but the extra day is simply because Keith is having a hard time navigating with all these new areas and these new stars. But eventually you see this long strip of land, and you know that you have reached the middle of the, well, actually the 3/4 mark of the world, the Great Divide. Let me read a quick blurb for those who are new. The Great Divide is a strip of land separating the lava-filled lakes created by Barak and the peaceful waters of Etrus. I think I got those names right. I renamed all my deities. It's a whole mess. This continent has been embroiled in conflict and war since its very making. It is the only thing holding back the evils from the lava side of the globe to the water side of the globe. So yeah, Keith pulls you up along the side, and you find a small dock, and Keith is like, yeah, this used to be where all the not the chapters per se, but all of this nation's armies would dock when they got here. I don't know if it's still inhabited, but even if they're not chapters of brass members, they should still respect somebody with Adrian's stature here. So,
Well, that's good to know.
yeah, again, I'm not really sure. I've only been here a few times. I don't do a whole lot of supply runs this far to the east. It's not really my thing. I tend to stay kind of in the north.
Is there like, I don't know, I guess maybe anything you've heard about, even if it like you haven't dealt with it directly, that might help us? I've definitely never been around these parts, so.
Sure. I don't think many have except for the warriors. Yeah, so there's two armies that are basically in a stalemate along the border in the center. And I know that I think there's a human man named Raleigh leading our troops. You might find him. Might not. That's really as much as I know. I wouldn't go too far past the halfway point. You see that giant mountain range in the middle? Don't go over to the other side of that.
All right. What happens if we do?
Well, I'd imagine there's a bunch of, fire-torn creatures, fire elementals, stuff like that, trying to get into our hemisphere.
All right.
Forces of evil, chaos, all that kind of stuff. All the things that the god of fire tried to sow into the world.
Can't be worse than hell, though, right? Huh? I just look to the others and give a big double thumbs up.
It depends on your definition of hell. And he slaps.
I
a
mean,
big hand.
literally.
Oh well, then no. It's probably better than that.
All right, see, we got this, y'all. Totally fine.
He just kind of does his big belly laugh as he doesn't really know how to respond at this point. He's come to care about you all as well.
They never do.
He's sending you into the Great Divide, so yeah.
Yep.
I'll stay docked. I'll stay close. I'm not gonna stay docked just in case,
Right.
someone not friendly is owning this harbor. So.
Seems reasonable. I mean, thanks for taking us this far.
Of course, my friends.
Stay safe.
Yep, good luck.
Just make a terrified face at everybody and disembark, I guess.
So you touch down onto the Great Divide. Instantly, your boot sinks about a half-inch into the swampy jungle floor. The humidity here is what strikes you first, though, and then the incessant ringing of many insects throughout the jungle trees. You see an older human man with a red sun-bleached bandana wrapped around his head. He has wrinkled tan skin, white thinning hair. He kind of shambles up to you, kind of slowly, maybe drunkenly, maybe not. And he says, I take it you aren't our reinforcements then. Think they'd send more than 5 of you.
This reminds me of boot camp.
Ah, it's a whole lot fucking worse than boot camp. And he holds out his right hand. He's like, Elliot Shump's the name.
Adrian Blackburn, but I don't know, everyone calls me Mom.
Well, I've already got a mom, but we'll see if the name sticks. What can I do for y'all? Yeah. I don't imagine you're here on vacation.
No, we're here to kill God. Is that what we're here for?
Basically.
Oh,
kinda.
I mean, I think we're trying to keep her from being one. It's unclear. I look to the smart wizards.
Yeah,
Just like a chain of everybody.
we are looking for a dragon to kill, actually.
Ah, yes, dragon.
Ah.
Yeah, same thing.
Well, that's a lot easier than God. Here, come on. Come with me. I'll get you inside, get you fed. These insects are going to eat you alive out here.
That's improbable. I cannot be eaten alive.
It's
Things have tried.
it's like
Like
a
you see
speech thing.
mosquitoes just like landing on her, and then they try to bite her, and their little
They just blow up.
noses, just like
The muscle is too much.
It
It's
just
like-
dents in place.
yep, it just dents.
Well, they'll eat the rest of you alive at least. And he keeps walking like off the plank. Clearly,
I'm
not drunk at this point.
I am covered in thick fur and have a cloud of smoke around me. I think I'm okay.
You're gonna get
You're
fleas.
probably really hot though.
Yeah, we just get fleas.
Yeah,
Great.
you all get fleas.
We're doing a tick check when we leave this place later.
Oh, I gotta just apply the front line.
Yes, I have a ring of frontline actually.
Sponsor.
Have a
us.
ring of canine Advantix.
Yeah,
Oh,
there we
God.
go.
+4. Okay, so you
Sponsor us,
you continue.
Advantix.
You walk through this like swampy area, and you instantly hear like moans and pain from the distance. And you kind of look
Oh.
around, and you can see that there are many warriors of all genders and races, kind of being bandaged up by town medics. Doesn't seem like they have access to like healing magic or anything like that. It's all very practical, like apply pressure, bandage, hope for the best. And that seems to be what they're kind of doing here. Besides the medics, there's not a whole lot of people on their feet looking ready for war. Even Elliot, the man that has kind of welcomed you to this dock, you now see that he wasn't limping because he was drunk or anything like that. He has like a pretty severe gash above his left thigh. It's bandaged. He's not bleeding out, but it's not great. He keeps walking, and he's like, well, I'm going to take you to Raleigh. He's kind of the leader around here. After that, don't really know what to do for you. I know where the dragon is. He does too. I'll let him do the talking. He's a little more wordy than I am. He could probably be a little bit more service than old Mr. Shump to you.
I don't need words that these two do. And she looks pointedly back at the wizards.
Very subtle middle finger.
I
But
mean,
I nod.
I think any, words of advice or information will be much appreciated right now. Looks like y'all had a recent battle or a scuffle of some kind?
Yep, I'll let Raleigh tell you.
Alright, well, thanks for taking the time.
Sure thing. By the way, Raleigh is pretty hard of hearing, so we use sign language to communicate with him, but I'm going to say y'all kind of learned that in your early schooling in this fantasy world, so...
Sure.
But yeah, so anyways, so you walk up this ramp, and you see inside of this window pane, you see, Elliot kind of waves through the window pane to who you presume is Raleigh. He's a tall, very tall, muscular... He has like short brown hair. He has a few scars across his face. Fresh scars, though. It seems that they took a beating very, recently. And you walk in, and Raleigh kind of looks up and he signs to you. And he basically says, hello, I'm Raleigh. Elliot warned me that there was a boat at the dock. Can I help you with anything?
He's like a soldier too, right? Because I kind of feel like Chase at least would sort of turn to Shield Mom to do any sort of soldier communication.
Yeah, he's definitely a soldier. He doesn't have
Proficient in soldier.
Kinda, yeah.
He doesn't have like a chapter of brass patch or anything, but he has like 2 long swords at its hilt. He has a symbol that y'all don't really recognize in the center of his chest. He's wearing He's kind of has chainmail on, but it's like ripped in places to kind of breathe because they're in a very warm, arid environment. So he's definitely decked out for war, and he's bleeding. So
Um, I don't know actually how well Adrian can sign having only one hand right now.
fair enough.
I'll translate.
Okay. All right, cool. Where is Dragon?
This is Adrian's best. Okay, he signs back, and he tells you that the dragon is in the center of Mount Golric, but they have his army has been driven out recently from the position. There was a group of stone giants that pushed out of the Mount Golric and attacked their village, the village of Fallholt. This happened last night.
Oh, that
okay.
sucks.
I will relay all of this to the group.
So wait, the stone giants are working with the dragon then.
Seems that way.
Any idea how many there were? Just like so we got an idea, I guess.
Signs back 7.
How many? Okay, ask him how many he thinks I could take in a fight.
He smiles, kind of laughs, looks Adrian up and down. He signs back 4.
Okay, that's not that bad then.
Shit. I guess. Do you have any like advice for maybe ways we might be able to like, a smaller group could sneak around the lines to, maybe get in from like behind?
He
or
just said I
outside?
could take 4.
Yeah, 4, but like that's still a lot of us, and if we want to like, I don't know, maybe not alert the dragon while we're coming.
That only leaves 3 for you. We got this.
And I'll say Blossom is like signing too, because I think it would make sense, especially as a performer. She would like pick up more languages.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he signs back and tells you that, stealth might be a really good option. There is an entrance to Mount Golric in the back of the town, but it is walled through. So you would have to sneak basically through the outskirts or the center of town to get through there.
Okay. Shit. Well, that might be a little bit trickier. I'm like glancing at Adrian and King Jax's armor.
He gets the gist and he kind of smiles and laughs as you're kind of thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm like, All right. Well, y'all got any better plans, I guess? We could always try and do like I don't know, sneaking in sort of teams. Somehow. Then if like a smaller group gets caught, we got second group 60 feet or so behind. Emergency backup type deal. I don't know.
And either come to the rescue or go get help.
I don't think we'll be able to count on too much help after what these folks have all been through.
That's true. Now
Right?
thinking
Y'all
about
looks
it.
like you were beaten up pretty bad. I'd say to Raleigh.
Yeah, he says that besides himself, there's not too many people that's gonna be war ready today.
Alright, I think we're gonna have to count on this just being us.
He also tells you that they didn't really try to bargain with them. They attacked back, so maybe bargaining would be a good idea. And he looks at King Jax, kind of.
Why am I the one bargaining?
Well,
You're
I
giant.
mean, yeah, your giant's a lot better than mine. I mean, you're
Oh.
trying your best, buddy, but like...
Plus, I mean, you do have authority as king of the ogres.
This is true. I am king of ogres. Do you want to hear that tale? Or would you like for me to sign that tale?
Yes, please.
We're all signing like you don't.
No, no.
So... Shit, I totally lost track of what I was gonna say. I was so distracted by the King of the Ogre story again.
Who isn't?
God damn it. I had an idea, now it's
sorry.
gone. It's gone.
Does that have anything to do with backup?
No. I'll remember it, like, after I make my first shitty stealth roll.
Yeah, that's a great time to remember.
So I have a really fun, like, specific tabletop RPG sign, specifically for Ogre. So this is the sign for angry.
Yes.
That you make an O. Angry is ogre.
Is it like I just don't know how the mirror is done. Is it clockwise for the signer?
Clockwise, yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, sorry, counterclockwise for the signer.
To the
and
signer.
then-
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
awesome.
neat. I love the
So-
O.
Ogre.
That's
Ogre.
rad.
So it would be Ogre King. Ogre King.
That's
That's
awesome.
rad.
And
King
King
Jax,
Jax
you
is just
learned-
gonna
you
keep
learned
doing
that
that
quick. Yeah.
repeatedly. Just
Just
keep
over and
repeatedly
over.
doing Ogre King.
That's awesome. Okay. So if you need any more help from Raleigh, he's happy to do what he can. Obviously, he is battle ready, but his warriors are not.
I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think? Sneaking in, or do we want to try and do like a bargaining thing? I mean, King Jax, I know you're kind of looking for more people to bring to your, new light or whatever. I'm like not sure if King Jax wants to just be like, yeah, I'll worship Tiamat in front of like new people.
Perhaps they would make decent converts to the the new age religion that I am working on founding. Yes.
New age, that's one way to put it.
It's
I'm
not a
happy with
cult, I swear.
Well, that's kind of
And as we're walking towards the giants, all religions are cults, really. It's just a matter of how many people are following it. And that's like, as I'm saying it, I turn around. Oh, hello, giants.
Are we? I mean, we would. Is that what we're doing? Or are we just traveling to? Is that what we want to do?
I think that's the good plan.
Cool.
I mean, I like trying to talk it out. If I don't have to fight and expend my resources, fuck yeah.
We're trying to bargain.
Yeah, that works for me.
All right, so it's about a 3-hour travel. So who would like to be on lookout first? I know you all are, but who would like to roll for it, basically? All right, go ahead. Roll whatever it is in
Come
the
on,
system.
shield mom.
Perception, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm so mixed up now.
18.
18. Okay. So Shield Mom, as you are all traveling, you do notice that there's a lot of birds here. You see that some of them are eating insects, some of them are just happily crowing in the trees. But there's a lot of doves too. It's kind of strange. Like, you've never really seen this many like doves together. It's not really a bird that you'd think would be in this island kind of tropic, really. But there's a lot of them.
Interesting birds. I mean, good omen, doves, sign of peace, right? And that will be her thoughts.
Okay. Okay. Who wants to go next for the next hour? We'll do 3 of these. Okay, go for it. Perception.
Okay. Come on, perception that I'm not that great at.
Same.
I am when I roll like that, though. Let's see. Perception. Oh gosh, that's actually way higher than I thought it was going to be. 18.
So with an 18, you also notice the doves at this point. In the second hour, maybe you don't realize it as fast as Shield Mom, but you all kind of pick up on it that there's a lot of doves here. It's kind of weird. You've probably never even seen like a flock of doves, honestly. And you do notice off to the path a little ways, there is like a small. It's not really a shrine, but it's just this big stone statue. And you can't really make it out from here. It's a little overgrown. There's vines on it. You can't really tell what it's supposed to be of. But all the doves seem to be not landing on it, but just flying in that direction generally.
Definitely pooping on it.
Oh, definitely pooping on it.
Well,
We
I'm
got
sure
that.
that's fine.
That dove. I mean, doves are a sign of peace, right? And good omens, I think.
In this many numbers, though, it's a bit disconcerting. Is there anything weird about the doves?
Yeah, with an 18, I'll say that they're a little like darker than normal. Like they're not like white doves. They're like gray, kind of graying a little bit.
So they're pigeons.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, I mean, doves aren't typically this color. That's a bit strange.
Maybe they're just dirty.
Morning doves are gray.
That's true. Morning doves are great. I was going to go with Chase's option and be like, maybe the dragon just breathed on them.
Right? I
Cooked
mean,
a
there's lots of like
few.
Cooked
soot
doves.
around here. Fine. Well, I hate it. Let's keep going.
I also don't like it, but yes.
Okay, who wants to do the last hour?
Guess I can.
Cool,
Unless someone else
perception
wants
check.
to. 18.
18. You all rolled 18s, didn't you?
Did we? Shit.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so again, along with all these doves, you've noticed them at this point. You're kind of past it. As you continue past this statue or shrine, whatever it is, you don't notice any doves anymore. Their singing is a distant memory as you pass the next hour. What you do notice is a few overturned carts, and with like vines and like foliage growing over them. It's still pretty easy to make them out, but the weird part is it doesn't look like I guess it doesn't really look like that, but you get the sense that this is pretty new growth. Like these carts are pretty fresh. They're not that beat up. There's no like dust on them. They're not that old. People have used them quite recently, but they seem to be
Okay.
overgrown all at the same time.
Does it like remind me of that like overgrown temple the Wrong Turns had been into at one point?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. So I'll just sort of point it out to everyone and be like, I guess there was some kind of weird, like, I don't know, plant magic happening here? Is this something that y'all have seen in your, like, fights? I'll ask Raleigh, because he came with us, right?
If you want them to, yeah.
I don't remember what we decided, that's all. I literally just don't remember.
Yeah, if he's there, then he tells you that these carts were, they were overturned last night during the Giants' raid. And he looks very shocked that they are already overgrown.
Oh, okay. When I see his shock, I'll just continue. So this didn't happen last night. This has just happened since?
Yes.
Alright. Well, nobody touch the plants. Because I remember what happens that time when somebody did fuck with them. And we almost died.
The church almost ate you.
Yeah, I'm like giving them a very wide berth on the path.
Okay, so that is that. You make it to the walls of the town of Fallholt. It has stone walls for the most part. There's a few gaps and holes in it that you could probably climb through. In the center of town, you do see multiple humanoid dead bodies. Some of them bludgeoned to death. Yeah, some of them left, like, thrown aside very haphazardly. You do see one large, about 12 feet tall, gray-skinned stone giant in the center of town watching the gate from, like, 100 feet away. So he's pretty far, but he has a clear line of sight on the front gate. He has, like, stormy blue eyes, and he's just kind of sitting there waiting. He has this big, like, warhammer two-handed at his side. He's just kind of sitting there throwing pebbles across the, well, to him, pebbles across the town.
Are we just hearing like big crashes as these boulders like
Yeah.
land?
They're like breaking into the side of the stone houses that they've built in Fallholt.
I'm like, great. Well, King of the Ogres, I guess. Do you want to try and take a crack at this? I don't know if they'll respond as well to us approaching.
Cracks neck, cracks knuckles. I could give it a shot. And I'll saunter on up towards the giants and... Hello, good giants.
Raleigh quickly signs a good luck to you and then just kind of smiles. um, and so you kind of walk up. You see this as you approach and as you become visible. You see the giant get up and point at you and just chucks a boulder in your path.
Whoa, beans!
This is far enough in giant.
And I will begin speaking my giant, my native tongue. So it's actually quite flawless and actually much better than his common.
Mhm.
All right, I've stepped far enough as long as you stay over there and boulders don't cross this boulder line that you've set.
He throws another one like with incredible accuracy right next to it.
All right, then it is an agreement then. And I'll like strike lightning like a distance, like similar to what they threw the boulder at.
Mhm. That's cool.
Kind of like a ritual signifier of, okay, we've set the neutral ground here. We don't go into the red zone.
He takes like a step back when the lightning strikes, and just looks at you waiting, like hand on his warhammer.
It is I, King Jax Livebror. Isifirav Stam Yang, King of the Ogres, member of the chapter of Brass, and High Priest of a certain god that I'd rather not mention at this very moment.
The stone giant just looks utterly confused. He's like, if you're king of ogres, how come I've never heard of you?
Well, because I'm a king of ogres on a different continent, all right?
Then go back to that one.
Well, I would love to, but you see, there's a problem, actually. I came here with friends because we're on important quest, right? You know how you like having boulders to throw? Well, if we don't succeed, there will be no more boulders to throw at anybody.
That sucks.
Right, so that's why you should let us pass, so we can take care of our business, and you can throw boulders at anyone else you please that isn't me or my friends.
You'll have to talk to the elder. I am just the gate guard.
Oh, beans. Is the elder busy right now?
Let me get his mouthpiece. And he goes off.
Okay. I turn around and I start explaining the situation. All right, so here's what's going down, all right? So he's going to get the elder. I got an audience with the elder, but we can't cross those boulders, all right? We cross those boulders, it's war. And they can't cross the singed mark in the ground over there, or else it's war.
You're doing great, King Jax. I'm, like getting like every third word or so, but Blossom has like high school giant under her belt right now.
Spanish 101.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Where is the bathroom? Where is the library?
La cerveza, please.
Está el dragón. No.
So you wait a few moments and you see this Goliath woman. She has like large pelts in a cloak that have been woven together, and she walks up and she's much shorter than the rest of them, just as muscular though, for her body size, of course. And she walks up and she kind of just sits on one of the boulders, like right in front of the scorch mark.
Hello, elder of your body gate guards didn't tell me what clan you belong to. They were not very forthright and open with the guest who has been bestowed upon thee.
It is comical you mistake me for the elder. I am just the mouth of the elder. How can I help you?
I'm sorry. Flicks away the joint he had between his fingers. I'm sorry. I was confused. My friends and I are just looking to pass through so we can take care of business. So your friends here can continue to throw boulders. Quite a simple negotiation, though.
Though our gate guard's ambition may be throwing boulders, the elder's is a little different.
Well, we're talking about the fate of the realm in being in balance. It's important.
I understand that, but what our elder says, we do.
All right,
And
then
you are not our elder.
all right. So what's the elder saying then, Mouth of Elder?
We hold this position until further notice.
Is there any way I could sway the elder's opinion to to be more favorable towards me and my companions?
I mean, you're as much giant as I am. I'm sure you can think of something.
All right. So when shall I adjourn a meeting with Elder then?
All right, let me put it this way. The elder deals more in steel on steel rather than fancy words. That's why I am literally the one speaking to you right now.
Oh, okay. So I have a certain person I want to elect as my champion to represent me in this battle. I would like to elect Adrian Blackburn, aka Shield.
Blossom, who's getting like partial words, is like, King Jax.
What? They want to do a ritual combat. It's go time.
I don't think
Ritual
exactly
combat, count me
the
in.
point we got to yet. Maybe try asking if there's like something the elder's looking for. We can help first. I mean, like Adrian, if you want to try to do this route, but like,
I mean,
you know,
I figured Adrian could 1v1 one of those bingle boppers. I mean, come on. You're muted.
you're muted.
All right, I've got an idea. Why don't we see who can throw these rocks the farthest?
I love it. All right, and I turn around and I just walk back. All right, so my champion,
No,
my
no.
mother, has said whoever can throw
Mom,
boulders,
I got my mom.
my mother's permission says whoever
My
can
mom can beat up your
throw,
mom.
my mom can beat up your mom. Whoever can throw boulder further wins this disagreement.
It's a literal trial by stone. I love this.
Okay, let's do it.
Blossom's finally broken out her flask again in the daytime for the first time in a while, and is just like, all right.
And I'm gonna walk up to Adrian, hit the pauldron. All right, you're up, Shield Mom.
Okay, are we doing this by like, are the rocks by like body weight or like?
Oh, we said boulders, so definition. Probably gonna have to be a pretty big stone. I believe in you.
I believe
No.
in me too. Thank you.
I'm gonna cast my spell that gives the +2.
Maida says again, the mouth of the elder, before you walk away. She says, "You know he's a literal giant, right?"
Yes, and the Shield Mom is the most spectacular human I have ever met.
All right. Well, what are the terms? Will you leave this place if the elder is able to throw a stone farther than your human?
All right, tell you what.
What's going? What's going on? Are we talking terms? I need
Tell
to
you
get on
what.
this.
I know of a very particular artifact that your elder might be really interested in, and I know its secret hidden location. And only I and my companions know where this enchanted sword is hidden. Tell you what.
Oh, King Jax! I don't just horror at the end. Because I also don't think anybody but what Sarah knows that you have.
Look, I'm trying to bluff here. Just work with me.
Blossom is not into it.
Okay, look, maybe
Can we
I
see
saw...
the sword?
Well, look, see, it's hidden on a secret island. It's like pirate treasure. Remember, we sailed in on pirate ship, right? You saw our ship come in.
We did.
So we know where secret pirate treasure sword is. Well, one of my companions knows. It's so powerful for giants, she won't even tell me.
All right. Make a charisma check. Or communications, rather.
Alrighty, let's see how this goes. Because King Jax is. I'm trying something wild
This is
here.
amazing. I, for the record, am here for like all the train wreck that could possibly happen as a result of this negotiation.
13? That's math, right?
It is math.
Yeah.
Congrats.
All right, and fine. And what if you win? Do you just get access to the pot, or do we have to leave?
I look towards the person that we came with. Do you want them out of here, or do you want them to just stop trying to kill you?
Get them out of here.
Oh, you have to leave. You have to vamoose. You have to find a new home. I'm sorry.
So let me get this straight. If we win, we have to go treasure hunting and leave this place.
I never said you had to go treasure. Look, okay.
But if we
I'm
lose, we have to
signing
leave.
Raleigh to like,
Heads I
ask
win,
those.
tails you lose.
Look. It's not what you think it is. Okay, fine. Tell you what. You don't have to leave if we lose. You can maintain claim over the land. While you treasure hunt, of course.
All right, I'm looking forward to the boulder contest.
I do as well. I turn around and I'm just like thumbs up to my friends.
Blossom is mid-swig.
As Kangjax turns around and gives you the thumbs up, you see from the cave mouth at the beginning, you just hear rumbling, and you see like the biggest stone giant you've ever seen in your life. He's adorned in gold jewelry from head to toe. He has piercings everywhere, just tribal tattoos across his chest. And she says, "And that is the elder."
Don't worry though, guys. Adrian has a +2 now.
I assume we're going like by like boulders by like percentage of body weight, right?
Yeah. He walks up, he looks at you, he whispers something to the mouth, and she says, "Yes, that is the one you're supposed to fight." And he picks up one of the boulders, he just slams it in half with his fist and shoves it into Adrian's hands.
From a distance, I cast Ill Omens on the giant.
Okay. What do you have to? You have to meet your target
I
for
swear, every time we've had a competition in any of our games, y'all play dirty.
Listen,
We play to win, okay?
that? I'm gonna tell you
The
now.
time we didn't was when we lost to that giant troll or whatever it was.
We have bad luck with giants, trolls, and they're
Yeah,
ill.
so this is gonna be great.
Kate, you
What was it,
feel,
Chris?
or rather, Saren, you feel your magic reaching out towards the elder, and you watch as it gets closest to the mouth, and it just fades. And she just kind of smiles. She doesn't know the direction, but you see that this amulet around her neck just kind of like glares for a second in the sun.
I want that necklace. Fuck.
Seems to be she has some sort of anti-magic field going on around her.
I sulk, but I let it go.
I lean towards Saren. You should have told me that before I started talking about prizes.
I don't understand giant King Jax.
King Jax, we all tried telling you a lot of things before you started talking.
Look, you wanted to negotiate with them. I was speaking in their language. Throwing boulders is what we do. Remember how I became king of ogres? Hit tree better than them. This is we're simple folk. We don't need to do weird math equations and have tax laws and stuff. We just have to throw shit really far.
No one's talking about taxes.
I wasn't even talking about taxes. I hate taxes and I'm a nerd. So hush.
Aw, shit.
I think that's the first part is acceptance that we are making steps here, friends.
Yes, I'm very proud of all of you.
All right.
All right.
So,
You got the shield,
Adrian,
Mom.
you have
Wait,
this.
the elder can't have magic, but I will cast something on Adrian.
Yep.
I'm instead gonna cast Hands of Fate,
Ooh.
and it's the stunt die +1 bonus point. And Adrian will get whatever that number is as a bonus point on a roll.
Okay.
On all rolls for a minute. So
Okay.
maybe like 2 throws.
You watch the elder Nukrin go over and pick up this boulder. Sorry, go ahead, Saren.
Okay, no, you're fine. You get a bonus of 6.
So
Oh,
that's
nice.
+8 from my spell as well. Yes.
Yeah, +14 for Adrian.
No, I think it's +10 total because Alex gave me a +2.
Oh, okay, perfect.
But it's okay. I have a 5 in strength and a +2 to my might.
It is going to be a might check, too. So go ahead and roll a might check with all your bonuses.
Okay, okay.
Saren,
I
just
hope
Saren and
Adrian-
Bryn, just because you're more attuned to this, you see the amulet flash again.
Did it negate my magic? What happened?
Not sure. Your magic seems fine.
29.
Fuck.
That's pretty good. Let's see. He rolled really well, I will
You
say
stun?
that.
Like Adrian's just going at this a la shot put, just
All right, I'm not making this up. He also rolled a 29.
No.
They
Oh
tied.
my god, that's amazing though.
Yeah, he rolled 5s, and then he has a ton of pluses from himself and the mouth. So Adrian
awesome.
and Elder, you watch as these boulders are just hurled through the air. Adrian's with like unnatural force behind it, and eventually you hear this soft thud. And you run off into the forest together a little ways, and you like making sure to stay on your like horizontal line or vertical lines of each other. And you
We're
see,
doing the paces. We gotta
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
and you see in the clearing these two boulders just absolutely neck and neck.
I love to imagine there's a bunch of like giants with like measuring tapes, and they're
Yeah.
using like forest animals. They're just picking up and measuring them. Like, I've got 2 deer over here. How many you got?
One of them
Squirrels like the part.
one of them lays down. And they're like, whoa, that's far. The elder leans over to the mouth and whispers something to her. She says, "All right, well, I guess we didn't really say who ties, who takes it."
No, we didn't. I just didn't really think I'd get this far. I'm gonna be real honest with you, friends.
Adrian, you look up to the 15-foot tall stone giant elder with all of his golden jewelry kind of blaring in the light, flashing in the light. And he looks down and he laughs. And he reaches out a hand to shake yours.
I grab his finger and I shake it.
He kind of like holds Adrian's hand up, looks over to the mouth and laughs again. And he says in giant, so, you know, Blossom, half of Blossom and Kangjax can all understand. If this one is strong enough to hurtle boulder, this one is strong enough to fight dragon.
I relay that to the group.
Oh yeah,
that
I
is
am.
that is why we are here, good friends.
Let them pass. If they kill the dragon, it is destiny.
Thank you. I knew you would understand the reason, and I bow deeply.
And you, do not take false claim to be king of ogres. There are many here who dispute that title.
King Jax's eyes flash red for a moment. Excuse me? My story, how did they do it? Did they beat the tree better than the others?
No, they organize a raid with hundreds of ogres behind them.
Oh, that's how you do it in these parts. Okay. All right. Well, this has been fun, friend. And I kind of like pat his hip, like because I'm like half his height.
So you all kind of gather up. Raleigh is just like sweating, just like rolling the eyes in the back of his head.
I'm like this at Raleigh, like
Both of his hands have been on his like dual like falchions the entire time watching this. And he eventually takes note of what's going on and just follows after you.
Yeah, I mean, as conversation like happens, I think between Blossom and Saren, we would make sure we're signing to keep him in the loop.
Definitely, yeah. You know, even without that, he saw the boulder
Yeah.
throw. He saw Adrian's might there, so he's impressed regardless.
Shield Mom is impressive.
So as you all kind of you walk up the incline, and before what is his name? I already said it, but I forgot. Before you reach the cave's mouth, Elder Nokran bellows out to you again, and he says in giant, "When they write stories about you all, don't forget the part where the elder let you through."
Wouldn't dream of it. I'll make sure you get at least your whole verse all to yourself. I just like pat my lyre still on my like back.
He smiles. He seems so the read that you all get from him just with your passive like wisdom scores is that he is somewhere between being incredibly impressed and also not thinking you have what it takes to beat the dragon that he has seen.
Right.
So in his head, he is pretty much just sending the dragon some food. But he's also impressed to see what happens. So just in case you win, he wants to be part of that story.
Nice.
But he smiles and has this big gleaming white smile as you all walk into the cave. And let's go ahead and take a break here as we enter into Mount Golric and try to find Razana, the third dragon of the Darunes. So we're going to take a break real quick. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Sorry if we made you cringe or laugh. Either one is
We're
acceptable
sorry for
tonight.
everything.
Yep. So we'll see you soon. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back.
I will.
And we are back. Thanks for hanging with us. So we left off the wrong turns. They had convinced the tribe of stone giants to give them passage into Mount Golric. Mount Golric is apparently the home of Razana the Plague Bearer, the third Darun dragon that they are trying to hunt down because they contain the true name of the demon lord trying to ruin the world. So we leave off there. So you enter these caves. The same humidity and the heat is just bearing down on you, even in these caves. You can see why Raleigh now has like slits in his armor in certain spots to kind of give him some air and breathability. Frankly, the two heavy armor people, you're getting really hot. Like this is a lot. You've marched uphill for like 3 hours. Then you threw a boulder and now you're wearing plate mail. So you're just not feeling good. The rest of you are okay, still not comfortable though.
Adrian is sweating.
Oh no.
She's never sweat before.
Oh God.
So yeah, you enter the mouth of the cave. It is very overgrown, like everything here. There are vines, and in fact, in the front of the cave, there's actually some like vines holding like across the entrance, like beads in like a dorm room.
Nice.
So yeah, if anyone, whoever didn't make a perception check earlier, one of you can make a perception check now if you would like.
Sure, why not?
Cool.
$11.
11. Let me get my notes.
Oh no.
Don't know why I don't have those out. 11. King Jax, you hear some like rumblings up ahead. It's almost like animals growling at one another. And you peek down, and this path is kind of winding, and it splits off into multiple ways. You all think it's kind of best to stay this like normal, like the biggest path. But what you do see is down to your right, there's a little hole in the wall, and you see this little chamber where there's these two families of bears, these big brown shaggy bears, and they're kind of squaring off against one another for territory. And they're just kind of growling at each other. They haven't made any physical actions yet, but they're not. They're sparring for territory. They're jockeying for position, basically.
Bears?
Big brown bears.
They don't seem to like be wearing hats of any sort, trying to steal any honey. Would they?
There is no honey in sight. Perhaps that's the problem.
Is there a badger with them?
No
That's
badgers.
a fox.
No foxes. No badgers.
Although
I'll
they
just-
look like, sorry, like normal natural bears, because we did see those weird, like, armored bears back on the islands that, like,
Yeah.
near the hag house or whatever. It doesn't look like that same, like a similar dealio.
No, the ones that you can see, so there's one that's like right below you, kind of over an overhang, so you can't really see them, you can just hear them. But the ones that you can see look absolutely normal.
Thoughts and opinions from the group. What should
Should
we
we
do
just,
about the
like-
bears?
Should we sneak past the bears? Should I arm wrestle the bears? What is the plan here?
Well, I was just gonna feed them.
That
No,
is a
it's
good
not typically a good plan.
Wait
I
a
think
second.
you're, like, specifically not supposed to do that.
What time of year is it?
I don't know. I guess it's. Actually, I do know. I think it's spring now, right?
Perhaps we should name them Smokey the Bear. And he references to the joint that he's holding.
No. If it's springtime, they likely have cubs, which means they're going to be extra protective, which means we should probably avoid them entirely.
Oh, okay. I don't want them to end up fighting and hurting each other. Look at them. They're just
I
so
don't
cute.
want to fight the bears either. We just need to stay away from them.
I'd rather they fight each other than us, honestly. Plus, I feel like probably the least a bit of, like, scuffle and noise we make on our way towards this lair is gonna be better.
Fine. Then bye-bye, bears.
So you can easily just walk over them. They're like below you to the right.
Yeah.
So you just kind of take
Okay.
like the highway and just walk over them. As you kind of round the corner away from them, you do hear the sounds of like claws scraping against rock and stone, and you get the idea that they are now fighting. So whoever has not made a perception check, I think there's one left. You may go ahead and make it.
It's not me.
That's it, Lucy. Yeah.
Is this a seeing check?
Yeah. Yep.
Limited rolling space. I stunted.
Nice.
An 18.
18.
6 stun points.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So you continue through, and you find two things this time. You find yet another one of these strange shrines that these gray doves are landing on, and this time you see that this shrine is in the shape of a dove with a broken black beak. And you see that there are 4 doves perched upon it, and there's a small offering bowl in front of the statue shrine. So you see that, and the other thing you see is that around the corner, the path kind of bows and bends downwards, and you can see now that you're going to have to pass through the area where the bears were scuffling a few minutes before. Now you only see one bear family, and you see a bunch of dead bears.
Mean anything to me? The broken dove?
You can make a wisdom religion check if you would like.
Would this be like a lore check?
Yeah, you can do it a lore check too. That's fine.
Is it? It doesn't matter. I have the same. Unless it has anything to do with death or fire, I have the same.
No death, no fire here. Well,
Yeah.
maybe. Not per se.
17.
17. Okay, so, again, new pantheon. So this is a statue devotee of Phyla, the goddess of obsession. She is dead, as are most gods. But she is known for driving her followers to one-track minds and things like that nature. She has a lot of like successful followers, but she also has the other half who went off the deep end of obsession and focused on the wrong things when she was trying to guide them towards other things. Some of her domains include like trickery and things like that, so she doesn't necessarily always play nice, but she's dead, and her symbol is a dove, a gray dove with a broken beak.
It's a symbol of a dead god.
Dead God still seems to be attracting a lot of attention, though.
Yeah. Strange.
Oh, we have met some dead gods that are not as dead as we thought they were.
It's true.
Kind of what I'm thinking, I guess. I mean, we already know there's like some new version of, other gods floating around. And just like glance at King Jax, because he hasn't wanted to tell Raleigh about it yet. We haven't mentioned Tiamat at all, I don't think, since
No,
he's
I didn't
joined
even tell the
us.
giants.
Yeah, so Blossom notices that for sure. She's not gonna out you to him.
I appreciate it.
So I'll just be like, so I mean, I don't know, I guess maybe this one's got like a version 2.0 kicking around somewhere.
What are we going to do about the bears?
I don't know, I mean,
Are the bears a symbol for anything?
Make a religion check.
If we know that the
Make a lore check, religion check, if you're into one of those.
which would be under
Wisdom.
wi- intelligence.
Either one. If you want to make a religion check,
Lore.
yeah, if you want to make a religion check or a lore check, it's different.
17.
I don't have either of those things.
You can still roll for it. Roll your higher of intelligence or wisdom, Abby.
I don't
Can I
have-
give her
I have-
advantage by
I
like
have
helping her talk
willpower.
through it?
We don't have wisdom in this game. There is
The
none.
willpower.
That's what. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
I guess I would do intelligence, but it's not great. I got like an 11, 12.
12.
And another 17.
Another 17. Okay, so I will say that there's no like religious significance to bears really, besides like nature gods, things of that. I'm not gonna say nature, but you do notice that these bears are a little different than the bears that they felled. It seems that the winning family of bears, their eyes are kind of glazed over, and they have roots like growing from the ground, like around their legs and up their back.
Anybody else see that?
Well, I'm not an animalologist, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to look like that.
No. I
Gotta
don't
be.
know what could do that.
I don't know about what could do it, but it's gotta be related to what we saw with the carts on our way here. That kind of weird plant growth, right? Like super fast.
Yeah, that is strange.
Maybe we should like keep moving. I'm like Blossom's starting to like look at the undergrowth now just to see if there's like any change in, like the topography around us, I guess.
What was it that caused that last time last time with the
In that
cause?
temple, somebody
Yeah.
tried like burning some plants or something like that.
Yeah, and it was related to the rose illness, wasn't it?
No, I think that was
Oh, no.
I think that was one of the arch existences, or was it one of the first draft gods, Chris? I don't remember.
It was the first draft god. The equivalency to the first draft god is now Lorelei. She is the goddess of nature.
Okay. Well, I think it was like a tent for Lorelei or something like that. So maybe.
Oh, it was like a smoke thingy, but I think I'm thinking of thinking when we were
Yeah.
in the dwarf city. The
Oh,
smoke. It's been
yeah.
a minute. It's been a
Yeah,
minute.
no, I'm thinking of like an early
Yeah.
episode 3 or 4 thing. It was like we were at a temple. It was when we met Transit, I think it was.
Yeah, you were at that temple and you tried
Like,
to
it
burn
was-
it down, and yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that was so long ago.
it was.
It
It was
that
a
was
long time ago.
that was like Abby's first session too. So that
I
was
think
like
it was, yeah.
very long.
Was it?
ago.
I didn't even think we had Shield Mom yet.
I distinctly remember we were in a place, we were in like a church with plants, and it was the first time I'd met anybody.
Yeah.
And then some asshole was like, I'm gonna try to burn the church down because I hate gods.
Dumb
And
asshole.
I was like, I just met you and you're already trying to kill me.
And then we did almost die.
Yeah. All right. Moving on from the asshole.
I did my best.
We're always doing our best.
I only
I
have
wasn't-
one setting. Actually, no. Now I have 2 settings. It's death or fire. That's all you get.
I wasn't even talking about you. I was talking about someone who's not even in the game anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love
yes.
game choices. It's so good. So this was like a long time ago though.
Yeah.
Like even like in game time. This was
Yeah.
a long time ago.
This sounds magical, and I'm loving every second.
It was
of this.
such a
God is
mess. It
still
was
there.
beautiful. We definitely almost died to plants. It was beautiful.
Anyway, I don't like the association between disease and the this plant growth thing happening here. Not a fan.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. It seems weird though. The last time we saw any kind of growth like this, it was like a holy place, and we just passed that, statue and the doves and whatever. I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of weird god shit happening here, right?
That's
at least maybe.
true. But no, that's true. But I don't know any association between the god of obsession and the god of nature.
Oh, I got no idea. I was wondering if maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's the dragon being here making things weird, or something about, whatever caused all this to begin with. And I'm just like gesturing at the general existence of the Great Divide.
Wasn't that the fire gods being an asshole, though?
Roughly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Things sort of got thrown out of whack once, like, this whole area came into being, right?
Good point. It's a good point.
And I don't know. We got a ton of, like, just god shit going awry right now. So I just feel like it feels significant somehow. We're seeing all these doves in the statue, and the last time we saw any plant stuff like this. Like, it doesn't seem like it was part of, what the stone giants were doing. Or, I guess probably not even whatever the dragon was doing, right? Because all those carts got overgrown, like, after the battle. It wasn't part of the battle.
I definitely agree with you. There's something else going on here.
I don't know. I guess don't, fuck with any of the plants, y'all.
Maybe don't stay in one place for too long.
Yeah, Blossom has, like, absolutely been actively keeping an eye out, like, making sure there's no, like, vines coming to grab us.
The way you did this, I thought you meant that, like, she had been walking in circles to just prevent the plants from, like, grabbing her legs.
Well, now I am.
Yep. I wouldn't have put it past you.
I was thinking more like, looking around, but she actually would be kind of anxiously pacing, because she's also drank a bunch while we were dealing with the giants, so I think at this point she's feeling it.
I hope that, like, Agora's Bells ends with Blossom going to AA.
It's not gonna.
Blossom goes to AA.
Fantasy AA.
Aw. I mean, she needs to talk to someone, though.
There's counselors and Valencia. Anyways, so
Karen and King Jax have reached out.
yeah, so you see the three bears kind of pacing back and forth up ahead. They're definitely blocking your path.
Ready? Porridge, or perhaps 3 beds to try.
No beds, no porridge.
Is there a
Damn it.
little girl with
How about
blonde
honey?
hair anywhere?
How about
Nope.
some honey?
No
Boy,
honey.
I'll be a cute little girl that'll go and try on little beds.
Oh no.
That's the worst thing to ever
No.
happen on this stream.
Wow, thanks. I hate it, Alex.
King Jax was just gonna play Goldilocks. He was for it.
Undead Goldilocks.
Boy, I think I'd make a lovely
I'm gonna mute
Goldilocks.
Alex.
No.
Kick him from the Zoom call.
Yeah.
Kick him from the Zoom call.
Sayonara, Alex Chan.
Notice me, senpai.
Oh my wa moshinderu.
Oh,
I'm
I don't know what's happening anymore.
I'm
We're
here
so far gone. What do you want to do about these fucking bears?
I'm so here for Kane Jack's Chan though.
Chris has lost all control of this stream.
We're off the rails.
There's 2 more bears behind you. What do you want to do?
Cast Arcane Lantern!
Wait, the bears were fighting earlier, right? We hide and just let the bears fight again.
No, they already killed one!
Fuck.
We turn around and we all go ooh woo.
All right, we're rolling initiative.
I'm leaving.
Oh my god.
All right, let me know what your initiative roll is.
I stunted, and with my stunt die, I'm just gonna go to the top of the order.
Great, fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, so good.
16.
Nice.
Got 12.
14.
I got 19. I stunted too, but not enough to do anything exciting.
What'd you get, Bren? 16.
I'd also just like to formally apologize to all of our audience and Chris.
I don't.
I do want to apologize to Chris.
I don't
the audience,
apologize to
you had your
anybody.
chance.
I will take a
You
formal
knew what you were in for.
letter.
A formal letter.
Sarah, what was yours?
14.
Okay.
Look, Chris
Adrian
put
was
me in his
12.
game. He did this to himself. Yeah, I got a 12.
Okay. I gotta roll for these bears.
Question: what kind of bear is best?
Beats.
False.
Bears.
Oh,
There's
Black
Battlestar Galactica.
Teddy bears.
Good answer.
Thank you.
That's a good answer.
Polar bears are my favorite.
I love polar bears.
I like panda bears because they're just cute and lazy, and everybody loves them, and that's all I want in life.
I
I
know
like
this
red
isn't
pandas.
a bear. I was about to say, I love red pandas so much.
They get scared. They just go.
Same.
Super cute.
I guess I don't know. I love a classic grizzly. I'm a grizzly guy. I like
Grizzlies are excellent.
my
I do
grizzly
like
biz-
grizzlies.
my grizzy busy bears.
Who has
Especially
given
during
bears
National
this
Fat Bear
much
Week.
talent?
Also, just so you know, red pandas aren't technically bears.
I know, I said, but I love them.
Bears are my favorite animal, so I just like had to actually that.
My favorite are water bears.
Tardigrades.
How does everyone know so much about bears? like last
They're my
month or
favorite
whatever.
animal.
Chris,
Alex was like, "Have you heard of Fat Bear Week?" And I'm like, "No, what?"
Chris,
National Fat Bear Week is the best week.
as a
Right?
Chicagoan, I don't have just one, but
That's
two teams whose mascots are bears of
Duh,
some.
bears.
That's fair.
Yeah, bears.
Guys,
And
I ran a game about bears. I don't know what you want from me.
I've always liked bears. Bears are dope, yo.
Well, we're gonna
The
fight
best.
some.
No.
I love how we're just sitting here like, yo, bears are cool.
Let's kill
as
some
we're about
bears.
to
Let's murder them.
as we're about to go fight, like I got a feeling these are gonna be some like whack ass bears that are gonna be like magic or some shit.
What? You mean these bears with weird
Oh my
magic
God,
plants?
dream.
These bears are named the DM's frustration. All
Oh,
right.
we're fucked.
This is how
Oh,
you know
no.
the campaign's like been going on for a while.
I'm gonna kill you all with magical bears.
That's how we're gonna die. It's gonna be the level 1 rats.
Yeah.
You were just saying like y'all are high level, no like random like
Here's the bears.
encounters. Here's some
Bears.
bears.
Some cave bears.
TPK bear.
Next
TPK
campaign I
bears.
run, I'm gonna say, "What's your favorite animal?" At the beginning.
That's
Oh,
only
no.
fight.
Kill
They're going
them.
to kill you.
Spoilers, it will still be bears.
Oh dang! All right, we're already here. All right, so
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Moths for me, Captain.
all right, if we get through this battle, we're done. All right, so
All right, quick, stall as much as you can.
I loved you all so much.
Yeah, I missed everyone. We can't let it end.
there's 3 bears in front of you. There's 2 bears behind you. One of the bears is bigger behind you. It is marked with a red circle. That is the alpha bear. You do notice that they all do have vines and moss growing over them. They've definitely been here for a while. King Jax, you're up first. They look aggressive. What are you doing?
Oh goody. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Chain Lightning, and I'm gonna just target just all of these fucking bears.
All right, go for it.
And then if I do succeed, they're gonna need to make stamina tests. That's definitely gonna be a pass, because that's like I rolled a natural 14 plus 8 for a target number 17.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
14, 16, 12, 6.
All right, actually, just the 3 in front of us. There we go.
So the high was a 16.
Not just 1, not enough.
Okay.
And they will take 7 plus my willpower. What is my willpower? 5. So 12 total. 12 total damage.
All right.
So King Jax is just like, oh, I'm sorry, my furry berry friends. Just like summons this lightning from the sky.
All right. Yep. As it kind of ricochets around the chamber, everyone's like hair and fur is kind of on end after that. Like all this static build up in one small area. But okay, Blossom, you are up next.
All right. I guess I'm gonna chuck one of my throwing knives at the further bear.
All right.
Because I get to load those as a free action now, because I'm awesome.
Sick.
That is 20 fucking 2 to hit.
That'll hit just barely. Get it?
Barely.
Yeah.
And that's a 13 damage.
Which one?
On the furthest one.
Okay.
This guy. Oh, it's not pinging it. Oh, there it is.
Got it.
Helps if I hit the right button.
So you throw your dagger out, and it zips through the air. You can kind of hear it rotating, and it finds purchase in the bear's hide. It actually cuts through one of the roots as you're doing it, and one of the roots is like severed on his body now.
But I'm like, I hope that was okay. And I'm gonna start just moving closer to it with my like minor action, and that'll be my turn.
Sounds good. Alpha Bear is up next. Saren and Bryn, you turn around and you hear this roar, and you look back and you see this just giant bear just tumbling down the steps towards you both, and it's gonna make swipe attacks at both of you. It gets a +4 because it's near one of its beta bears. 22 on Saren.
Oh, yeah.
19 on Bryn. You laughed at the bears. You both take 12 damage as it just swipes towards you, and I need you both to make a willpower save, please.
Just started playing dramatic music for the next room, but alright.
It's the bears.
Bears are also bards.
Bear birds.
Bear bards. $20 for me.
20.
14?
Okay. Bryn, you cannot direct any spell towards the alpha bear or attack. Saren, you're fine.
Okay, cool.
So, Bryn, you just like melt as it strikes you. You just kind of like melt into your robes and just want to be anywhere else but right here. And you are, all purposes, like afraid of the bear. You just can't launch anything
Most
towards
I've
it.
ever related to Bryn ever.
Yeah. So that's that. That's Alpha Bear. Bryn, you are up next, though.
Great. So I can't aim for the alpha bear. Can I aim for the others? Yes. Right. I will arcane blast the beta bear next to it. I'm stunted. And this is just an arcane blast, so. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Great. I have 3 stunt points, but I don't have the stunts pulled up at the moment. Hold on a second. If I could find my rulebook, I know I have it open somewhere.
That's all good. We'll come back.
There it
as
is.
You... Oh, never mind.
9 points to start with.
Okay.
As soon as I find the stunts, I'll let you know what stunt I want to use.
Okay. We'll come back.
Do you need the stunt table? I can send it to the group again.
That would be great.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I think Sam pinned it in the Discord.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
awesome.
it's pinned.
I'm going to use Magic Shield. I have a +2 to defense until the beginning of my next turn.
Okay, cool. Up next is the question marks. So, Hold on, let me try to find the right hotkey. That's not it.
Oh no. I'm sure it's fine. Totally fine.
Not a problem, surely.
I'm not concerned.
So as everyone is going about their combat, fighting these run-of-the-mill bears that you're pretty sure that you're going to best pretty soon, out of the side of the wall, you see these two rock formations just jut out on equal sides of the walls. And I need Blossom and Kangjax to both make a dexterity check, if you would be so kind.
Oh, goody. The one I'm not good at.
17 for Chase.
17? Okay. Oh, sorry.
6.
6.
I stunted.
Nice.
So,
But that's a 6.
Chase, you are able to jump out of the way really quickly as you see these like tentacles coming out from this rock formation trying to encapsulate you. Kangjax, you are not so fortunate as you don't quite see them in time. And you see this form just like pull you into the wall and just like it's basically dragging you through the rock wall. So you can just feel your armor just like scraping against the rocks as you get pulled into it. You take 23 damage.
Old beans, old beans, old beans, old beans, old beans.
And you cannot move. You can still attack as normal next turn, but you cannot move for 1 turn.
Alright.
And that's their turn. And then they stay out, so you can attack them as well. They're on the sides. So Saren, you are up next.
Cool. Right on. I'm going to just Arcane Bolt Alpha Bear. Sayonara, Alpha Bear Chan. As long as I hit. Uh, 19. Sweet. Max damage, 9 points of damage. Wait, that's not right. Hang on.
Okay.
Sorry, 12 points of damage.
All right, Alpha Bear. You watch as the bear is hollering and growling at you, you just launch an arcane blast like right into its face. It just kind of impacts it, hits it into the wall. It kind of staggers back for a second and then like gets up on his haunches and tries to intimidate you for a second.
I've seen scarier. I've literally been in hell.
Okay, beta bears are up next. I like the word beta bears.
Sounds like beta blockers.
It does.
Like alliteration.
Also good stuff.
It reminds me of the fish that Alex and I got forever ago. We called them the beta bitches.
Rip.
They were
Yeah.
all female betas.
Rip.
Yeah.
How'd that end?
No, it ended
Yeah.
up okay, actually.
All right, okay.
And then they all died.
Oh,
No,
well, that'll
no, one of them's still kicking around.
But they eventually died.
Yeah, they got old.
They died.
Okay, so you watch as all 3 of these bears are going to rush at you. Adrian, I'm going to give it to you while I roll for that, though. So go ahead and take your turn. Their armor class is 12.
1 second, my cat is sitting in front of my drawer with my dice. Okay. So I'm gonna essentially turn around and make an all-out attack at the nearest bear. Sorry, they kind of look like wolves from Iron. So I'm gonna like just scooch around behind Bryn and just like cast sword. And let's see. 13 plus
I cast sword.
21 to hit, which I'm gonna take a 23. I'm gonna take a -3 on to give me +3 damage.
Hello, I was wondering if you had time to talk about our Lord and Savior, my sword in your face.
Yes. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me! I got double ones. Plus 9 damage. Woo. Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled 2 ones.
And that's on Alpha Bear.
It is on Red Bear, I guess.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I just punched him in the face with my sword.
Yeah, you hit him with like the blunt side. He's kind of no.
Yeah.
So
And then I would like to use my minor. No, I guess my minor move was moving around Bryn, never mind.
okay. Back to the Beta Bear's turn because I just rolled for that while Adrian was going. Chase, they're all 3 attacking you because you're in the front.
Cool.
And they're not super smart. So they rolled 16, 16, and a 19 to hit.
Only the 19 will hit. My defense is a 17.
Yeah, so both of the side ones just kind of like lurch at you, and you just kind of like shove the dagger in their mouths and just kind of push them back, but it leaves you open to the 3rd attack. You take 12 slashing damage, and you need to make a Constitution check for me, please.
Okay, it's 14.
Okay. In the cut from the claw, you immediately feel it just burning with poison. And at the start of your turn, you take another 8 points of damage when we get to you, just for 1 round.
All right.
Okay, so that's the Beta Bears. That's Adrian. Kingjax, you are up top of the order. You are pulled into the wall. You can't move, but you
But
can
I'm
act
gonna
normally besides that.
I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack whatever grabbed me.
Okay.
Oh, that's not a good roll. 15, but I was still like I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 4.
That does not hit the rocks.
I like to imagine Kingjax just struggling and not really moving much.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Sorry.
No, y'all good.
All right, Blossom, you are up. Or Chase. Sorry, I got to change it in the order.
No, that's fine. It's really not a big deal. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep going at the wolf I already injured, which I think is this bottom guy.
Yep. His name is Left Beta, I'll have you know.
Left beta. All right. I'll strike out with heirloom this time. No aim. That's 26.
Oh, yeah.
And I forgot to ask, is their dexterity less than 6?
Oh, definitely.
Haha, then I get my pinpoint attack too. That's gonna be 15 plus 6. Haha, so 21.
All right. Yeah, that bear goes down. We won't describe it because you like bears, but that one is no longer on its feet.
Just like, sorry, buddy.
Good bear. Yeah, so we'll take that one off the
sleeping.
map.
Go to sleep, go to sleep.
Left Beta Bear is gone. Anything else?
Nah, I'm just gonna stay here, I guess. Or actually, wait, what can I get a minor action still. I'm going to... Wait, what's the rule for this? Just kidding, I can't. Wait, no, yes, I can. Yeah, I guess I'll do guard up for my minor action. It gives
Okay.
me a +1 or a +2 to my defense until the end of the round.
Okay.
Oh shit, I have to take the 8 damage too, though, right? I forgot to do that at the start.
Yeah, you
of
take
my
8 more
turn.
poison damage, but it fades. You feel it kind of... These are weaker bears than maybe the alpha bear would be, and it just kind of pulses out of your bloodstream.
Alright. I'm like, haha, nothing more than I just did with last night's drinking. I'm fine.
Chase is used to poison. Okay, up next is Alpha Bear. He is going to use both of his attacks at Adrian now that Adrian is in his face. His first slash attack is an 18. Second one is a 19.
They
Actually-
both hit.
Oh, that's an 18 too, actually. Never mind. So yeah, they both hit. You take 4 plus 4. You take 28 points of damage. It's not penetrating though, so whatever your armor rating is, reduce that by that.
For both of them.
Oh right. Yeah. So they're 14 and 14, so you can reduce it for both attacks. Yeah.
Okay, so I take
Sorry.
8.
Yep, sorry, that was confusing.
No, it's okay.
Okay, that's his whole turn because he can't use his roar again. So, Bryn, you are up.
I'm still scared of Alpha Bear there.
You are still scared of Alpha Bear. He's
I
a
will
scary
blast-
dude.
Go blast the Beta Bear.
Okay.
Oh, my face almost fell off the table. Only a 12 to hit.
Their armor class is 12, so you do hit.
It's actually a 13. I miscounted.
Hey, there you go.
I spent it again. I got another 3, so I'm just going to maintain that shield.
Okay.
10. Yes, 10. 10 points of damage.
All right. That one goes down as well. So back Beta Bear is no longer there. Cool. The rock shards are up next. So Kangjax, it's going to continue its torrent against you. You feel just you're literally just grinding against stone as it pulls you deeper and deeper into the wall, and you feel like, you know, a little contained. That's a bad roll though. That's a 16.
To hit me?
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Okay.
I don't have a very high defense.
Gotcha. All right. It's different. Take 12 points of slashing damage as these like barbed tentacles are just slashing into you, finding all the weak points in your armor. You're just grinding into the wall further. You can move now this turn, but you are about 10 feet into the wall. So the rest of you just like see Kangjax just like pulled into this stone away. And then the other one is going to Bryn, right on your right, you hear this terrible grinding noise as another rock bursts out, and it's going to attack you. 17.
Just barely.
I need you to make a dexterity check as well.
I stumped it. Dexterity?
Mhm.
19.
19. So you avoid getting pulled into the wall. You still take half damage, so you take 14 damage. As these like serrated edged like arms just kind of reach out and are slapping across your robes. Okay, and Saren, it is now your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna still hit at Alpha Bear.
Okay.
Because I don't like him. I don't like the cut of his jib.
Fair enough.
Maybe not with that roll. Oh, I say that. No, 10.
10. Unfortunately, you miss Alpha Bear with that roll.
Boo. I don't like him.
Yeah, he's a mean guy. Up next are the Beta Bears. On their turn, you hear this deafening roar, but you notice that Alpha Bear is not the one doing it. It's different. It's deeper. It's more guttural, and you hear it from deeper in the cavern. And you watch as these vines, this moss that's all over these bears, it retracts into the ground and into the walls behind it, and all this nature recedes off of these bears. And you watch as the bear's eyes kind of clear, and they are no longer like hostile towards you. They're very wary of you, but they just kind of look at you. And then you wait a beat, and you don't see anything in the walls coming at you anymore either. And you are effectively out of combat for the time being.
Aww.
Did that? Sorry, were you gonna say?
I was gonna just pull myself out of the wall.
Just walks out of the
Reasonable.
hallway he created.
Did that roar sound? Did it sound? I know you said it sounded like bigger than the bears around us. Did it sound bear-like? Did it sound closer to like the dragon sounds we've heard in the past, or like something different and weird?
It was more serpentine than
Okay.
bear.
All right.
What's the word for bear?
Ursine.
Ursine, thank you. What's fancy bear word?
Shit. I guess maybe we're getting close.
I think we found the dragon.
How are y'all
Unfortunately.
doing?
Not great, actually. Thank you for
You know-
asking.
I got dragged into a stone wall. I'm doing pretty great. I got stoned.
So, just like another day for you, right?
Yeah, just another day. About to go slay a big ass dragon with my best friends ever.
I
There's
guess
a pebble in your pauldron.
Oh, thank you.
I guess this does mean we've lost any sort of, element of surprise at this point.
Yeah, well, blame the bears. They're the ones who started this mess.
Have
They
we ever
gave
been
us
able
away.
to Have we ever been able to surprise a dragon?
I mean, speak for your. No, actually, I fuck it up every time.
I think I actually genuinely.
We surprised Marsaurus.
You know, I think I
No,
genuinely.
he snuck up on us.
Oh, that's true.
Oh
But
shit,
I,
yeah, you did.
yes, and then Tiamat did the centuries-long gotcha to me and my people. So,
It was actually impressive if it wasn't so terrible.
Yeah.
oh, I maybe did surprise Tiamat a little bit when I did say yes to the whole worship thing.
Surprised me.
Surprised us all.
Yeah.
But shit. Alright, I guess should we keep going? This looks like does it I don't know if the map we're using really matches like the environment. Does it look like there's different paths for us right now? Or is it like still one way for us to go?
So there's, I don't know, on accident the map kind of matches. So the left, I guess stage left, it leads up to basically an overhang, which is like overlooking this like big boss room. I'm just gonna
Okay.
let you know now because then we can plan a little bit before just like, okay, here's the dragon. So you kind of
We've been in a lair. I
Yeah.
mean, we can.
Mhm. You go up to this top and it kind of like overlooks this little ring. There's small stone windows, so you don't get a clear view, and you don't think you could sit up here and like sling spells accurately just because of like the small area. And even if you were, if the dragon went out slightly out of your sight, you probably wouldn't be able to do much until it came back. So you might be like, stuck useless for a little while. But you do see it's this big circular chamber. There are several like holes in the floor where maybe the dragon will crawl up and out of. You don't actually see the dragon, but what you do see is you see these vines just crawling over everything. And it looks like this little center area of Mount Golrick used to be a little village. You see there are houses and huts that have been just completely overtaken by these vines. And Bryn in particular, you're hit with this flash from the past as you just smell the scent of roses again for the first
Knew
time
it was
in a
coming.
while. The rest of you obviously familiar with it as well, but Bryn, it's almost like those war flashback moments, and you almost instinctively like pass out before like somebody holds you up, and it's just this like really bad reminder of what's going on.
That smell makes Adrian angry.
Yeah, also true.
You
Yes,
have the bowl, right? We might need that.
you do. Got one use a day. So which one will you choose? Just kidding. Yeah, so anyways, you got this big circular area. There's these two large holes, like craters in the ground, that maybe the dragon is like underneath of this village. But there does seem to be some like landforms and things like that you can hide behind for cover. You do get the sense that even though, I'll just tell you that even though the bears have seen you, the dragon doesn't exactly know like the pinpoint location of you. So it's not like you're just, you're walking into a trap. But the hard part is somehow you might have to lure that dragon out in order to get the jump on it, something like that. Yeah.
So, my friends,
Oh my god.
I have the pressing desire to set this whole thing on fire. Is anybody on board with that? It will lure the dragon out of hiding, maybe, if we set the whole shit on fire.
I mean, maybe. Will it though? Like, maybe this
Might.
dragon's like cool with fire though. We don't really know.
If they are cool with fire, then it's less vines to worry about.
True.
I won't say
mean,
no.
The win-win
are we
situation
in
to
an
me.
enclosed space right now? Like, if Bryn starts setting fires, are we like all going to asphyxiate?
I mean, there's a lot of little exits and things like that. But I'd be more concerned with the fire spreading throughout the caverns and you having to haul it all the way back through the
Right.
cavern. I guess I would be more concerned with that than like asphyxiation.
And I can just blast it, right? Like put blast fire right down to the middle there.
Definitely could.
Right, if it spreads though, I don't know. Maybe that should be like our oh fit fuck Molotov cocktail smoke bomb let's run away plan. I don't know.
I want to set it on fire if we're all like in it. That seems like a good way to get some burns.
Well, yeah, that's kind of my concern though, because there's all this growth lag everywhere. So what if it like spreads and blocks our escape or something?
Anyone have any weed we gone?
No. I mean, I guess in theory, at least, you know, Dragon doesn't necessarily know, like, how many of us are here. Now might be the time we have, like, maybe some of us closer fighty types go more into, like, the open, see if we can lure it out.
I guess Sarah and I can snipe from somewhere.
I don't know. I mean, if anybody's got other ideas, like, there's a bunch of these little, like, holes for it to...
Yeah,
come in.
unfortunately, I don't think I can talk this dragon into its own demise. I know I'm a master of diplomacy, but not
I
this
know.
go around.
Like, something tells me this dragon's, you know, if it's got Matriarch's true name carved into its back or whatever, it's chosen its side in this war.
Yeah.
And possibly not even have a physical way to change its mind, actually, if it's, you know, the same kind of stuff they do to others. I don't know if reasoning would be an option, I don't think.
I think that ship is sailed.
So while you're just kind of planning, we'll say one of you absent-mindedly kind of looks at the family tree, just for old time's sake. And you do see that Rosanna is one of the daughters of the original family. That's her name. So this
Okay.
dragon could be the original daughter.
Were any of the other
reincarnated.
dragon names on there? Because we did know, yeah, that some of their family or whatever was reincarnated as dragons is like their deal.
Nope, they just seem to be randos.
Okay. Man, and I thought my family was fucked up.
Rosanna was the inspiration behind the plague, right?
Rose is the daughter who died, and she's like the catalyst to all of this bullcrap.
Okay.
Uh,
So then Rosanna's like one of the surviving quote unquote
Mhm.
children of the Durns.
And then y'all killed, I think her name's Radney. She was like the mummy when you found Saren, when Saren joined the group.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay, that was at the
See, this is
battle
fun,
for
though,
the
'cause-
bell, right?
Yeah, see, this is fun because now now all the connections are starting to be showing to me. It's like the aha moment.
Dots.
Yeah. Yep, so those are the three girls. And then Patriarch and Matriarch are the, Patriarch and Matriarch.
Man, well, if Matriarch didn't really fucking hate us already, once we're through here, she's really gonna be pissed.
I mean, you see how she reacted when somebody killed her first daughter.
Yeah, and we already killed one other, so
she started
like...
the Illuminati.
Whoops.
Going to end well for us, I think.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Well,
Alright, so, I don't know, what do y'all think is the best plan? I feel like trying to get any sort of jump that we can might be a good way to go with this.
I would concur.
any large stalactites or chunks of rocks or overhangs or anything?
Yeah.
I like how you think.
There are.
Yes.
Perhaps we could drop something on the dragon, pin it down.
That could be good. Or even at least try to, I don't know, drop something and see if we can get the dragon to come out to investigate.
We could even try maybe using some of these stalactites and such to plug the holes in the ground so it can't run away as easily and pop up.
That's a
Like,
good
I don't want to
idea.
play whack-a-mole with the dragon.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, that level in Zelda is a real pain in the ass.
Look,
Fucking fire temple.
that carnival game is rigged. You can't win.
Alright, so, I mean, I guess what do y'all think we should do? Try and, like, I don't know, get some of us down there as, like, a distraction first? Or try to knock some of these plug up some of these holes first?
I say plug up the holes. It should cause enough of a ruckus that the dragon should come looking, at least.
Very quickly, do we want to try and maybe like clear an area away from vines in case we need a place to like fall back to that's not completely surrounded?
That's definitely a good idea.
I think so too.
I mean, I think the plants like retracted at that roar, right? Or was it just sort of like some of them? Okay.
No, it was the plants. The bears are still like they probably just ran away from you.
Yeah.
You said this whole old abandoned city was completely overgrown, though, right?
Yep.
That's my concern. I don't want to be caught in a living jungle that hates us.
Right. Well, I'm thinking though, it seemed like the vines were, I don't know, scared of the dragon? Because it roared and then it was like they let the bears go. Because it seemed like the vines were holding on to them too.
Seemed to me as if the dragon was calling back reinforcements.
Also possible. I don't fucking know. I don't speak bear or plant, so.
This whole thing smells like roses, and the Rose Rosanna different thing seems connected. Seems like they're in the same boat, same team.
Well, I mean, did Saren, you said you were the one looking at the family tree, right? You pointed out the names then? Alright, so then we all know that it's the daughter. Well, I mean, there's definitely a relation.
Clearly.
So what's step one?
I don't even know.
Clear space for us to get back to if we need to.
Alright.
Okay. Does anyone have edge clippers?
Not really.
Raleigh gets out his enchanted weed whip.
I was gonna say, like, the person you should ask would probably be Cane Jacks.
Hey. I got a few things here and there. Gets out, like, rolls out a little, like, cloth kit. Starts pulling out these intricate tools.
Nobody chose sickle at weapon choosing, damn it. One time that weapon would have been helpful.
It's all comes back to level 1.
See?
Quarter staff that lights on fire. I don't know. Is that helpful?
I mean, I guess sort of mostly as an experiment, Blossom will like try to find like a vine or something that's sort of like partially blocking a path, and I'm just gonna sort of like hack at it with I think my venom dagger and like jump away real quick in case it like responds. I just like want to see how it reacts when like violence is done to it.
You watch as it just kind of like rescinds back down into the depths of the stone. So it's definitely like sentient in a weird way.
Right.
Maybe past a normal plant.
Yeah.
Like more living in the human sense than the plant sense. But it doesn't seem to come back and like slap you or anything.
Right. Like, all right. I mean, I guess really the big concern is if the dragon can control them. Because right now they don't, seem to want to fuck with us. So I don't think they would block our way out.
This might be a stretch. I wonder how sentient the sentient plant is. Like, can it understand it when we speak, or is it just reacting to outside stimulus?
I got no idea. I just did that.
Oh.
I mean, I did it with a knife. Fair
I'll
to
poke
say.
it with my finger. Like, I'll just kind of like do like a touch it and see if it reacts to me like touching it and stuff.
It doesn't really react to just non-aggressive touching. Just the aggressive touching.
This might be silly, but it's worth a shot. I'll walk up to the plant and say, "Could you please move out of the way?"
You watch as like another vine grows up in your path, in your way.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So.
I mean, to be fair, we did just threaten to burn them.
Yeah.
But we're also discussing ways to need to not do that.
It balances out.
It balances out in the end.
Well, like if they're sentient and listening, they should know, like, hey, we're
I'd rather
trying to
just
figure
move.
out a way to not fuck with them, right?
Yeah,
I'll
no.
pull out my quarterstaff and start whacking.
I mean, you're able to clear a path into this circular room. If that's
Just
what
getting
we're trying to do.
flashbacks to that temple again. Like,
Yeah.
didn't we just?
It
I
caves
thought
in.
I thought we learned this lesson already.
Haven't we taught you this lesson already, old man?
To be fair, this time we're not actually using fire yet. So
Good job, everyone.
we've learned. We've
we've
grown.
I have that achievement badge already.
You are able to carve a path into this circular area, but in order to do so, you get the sense that if the dragon isn't aware of your presence now, as soon as you step foot into this circular chamber, it's gonna know you're there.
So let's not do that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we need to worry about the plants blocking our way out, I guess, because they seem to not want to bother with us if we want to do harm to them, so I think that'll be okay.
I think so too.
I think we should try to figure out how to plug up these holes and try to lure this dragon out.
Maybe try and collapse some of the tunnels.
Sure. Does anyone have anything that could do that?
Let me
Smash
check my
hammer
spell
at-
book that's partially broken. Stares pointedly at King Jax.
Oh, please. I didn't take the moving stone
I
spell.
flick his ear.
No!
I just lean over to King Jax. I'm like, she found out about the book, huh?
Yeah, wait till she finds out what they used the wand for.
You did what?
Nothing!
Nothing! We're both just like, nothing, Saren!
I said I want to smoke some pots.
I don't believe you.
Oh, come on, that's the most believable thing I could possibly say.
It was more your tone. I understand. I would have
Sarah-
believed the words had you said them
there are
properly.
bigger things than your
wasn't-
spell book going on right now. There
It
are
wasn't
much-
what you said.
It's how you
Oh, you
said
said
it.
it.
How you said.
God damn it. Look,
I have
No.
nothing that is good for collapsing tunnels. I have lots of fire and I have ways to kill things. Very good.
I have
And talk to dead things, but that's
I
it.
have lightning spells. I used to have a lot of thunder spells.
Rip.
I could
Try
just
a
smack
light-
my hammer against the wall, I guess.
Let's just try
Brilliant.
demo.
Good old classic demolition.
Yeah, let's just cave us in also.
Whoops. Whoops. Maybe I could use some lightning magic. I'm not sure.
You can give it a shot if you would like.
Sure, I will cast a shock blast.
Okay, so because I've lost the group's train of thought.
I don't
We're try-
even know.
Yeah.
I don't think we had one to begin with, Chris.
Is the intent to cave in the circular chamber where the boss fight will be?
No.
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 You know those holes in the ground where
I do.
we don't want to play whack-a-mole is the
Right.
intent, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we want to try to plug what we can.
So
Yeah.
you want to very precisely just do the stalactites above the holes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Do we want to have like the spellcasters further back and the melee like closer to actually
Yes.
get in and like
Yes.
fuck with shit?
We do.
Blossom's
Correct.
speed is actually pretty fast right now because she boosted her dex like a few level ups ago.
Okay.
So my speed is slightly higher than normal. It's 16 instead of 15 or less, like most people have probably.
Cool. So, just to be clear, Blossom and the melee folks are gonna move into the village a little bit more.
Correct.
Okay, and then the spellcasters are gonna try to blasty the stalactites into the whack-a-mole holes.
Right.
Okay.
With melee being bait / ready to go whack moles.
Yes. So I will say, as soon as you cast a spell in this parameter, the dragon will know that you are here and begin defending itself. So
That's reasonable.
yes.
That's fair. It's a dragon.
Yes. So if you wish to do that, it will cost mana points as usual too, or magic points, whatever I call mana points, as usual. And you'll have to roll accuracy checks to see how accurate you can be to hit the correct stalactite. Because if you hit the wrong one, it's gonna fall, let the dragon know you're here, and not cave in the spot that you want.
Oh,
Wait.
even better.
So, if you'd like to roll accuracy checks, I won't make you roll damage, or even you can roll to see if the spell succeeds or not. And then accuracy as well is going to be the roll. So that's up to y'all if you'd like to do that. Again, it's a big chamber. It's going to be hard to precisely pick one stalactite and cave in the the dragon-sized crater in the ground.
Bad idea.
This is a terrible idea.
But we're gonna do it anyway.
I mean, that's what
Awesome.
we do. That's
I know,
our
Ramo.
We're not called the wrong turns for nothing.
It's a
we aren't called the
well-earned
wrong
name.
turns for the right decisions that we
Exactly.
It's an earned name.
It's a
Right.
very well-deserved name.
People meet us and they're like, really? And then they talk to us and they're like,
I
oh.
get it.
Oh, wait, this guy's your cleric? What?
Right?
You trust this guy with your healing?
So, if you would like to do this, go ahead and make your to guarantee your spell works, that roll, and then go ahead and make an accuracy check as well.
Got a 21.
On accuracy,
Yeah.
that's good. Okay.
I stunted on my spell. Yeah, spell
just
goes
used it.
off.
Okay.
Let me check my accuracy.
I just used a standard arcane blast, so.
I have nothing
15.
to contribute, so my
15.
mage hand is just
Yeah.
pointing at stalagmites.
Okay.
Like this one, this one.
Is Sarah doing anything?
I don't have any spells that will help with the whack-a-mole.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm mostly keeping an eye out for the dragon and preparing for when the dragon arrives because I can't do whack-a-mole shit.
Sounds good. So we will leave tonight on this note before we go into the dragon fight next week. So King Jax and Bryn, as you combine simultaneous, put off your spells just to make sure that nobody gets a jump on anybody. Bryn, with your accuracy, you managed to plug up one of the holes. With the roll of 21, 20 was like the number I set in my head. You're able to cause a cave-in significant enough to plug up one of the three. I'll check the map. It's either 3 or 2. 3 whack-a-mole holes. King Jax, you were able to cause some stalactites to fall, but you are not
Okay.
able to hit the hole.
That's fair.
Yep.
I'll
so
take it.
You're able to cause damage to one of the houses, so maybe other entities couldn't hide in there for next battle, so it wasn't a waste per se.
Okay.
So you did manage to impact the battlefield, and I'll reflect that in the map as well. But other than
I
that,
appreciate
you
that.
hear rumbling from underneath of your feet, and you see this thin layer of dust puff up as the spells go off, and you see this magnificent green-scaled dragon kind of slowly crawling out of one of the holes that is open. She has yellowish teeth and are kind of red from a recent meal. And you watch as her wings kind of unfurl in this chamber large enough for an ancient dragon to live here. And she crawls up onto one of the thatch wood houses and just opens her jaws, and this puff of flame just comes out. But it smells sweet like roses, and at the same time, you have a feeling it's fire and maybe poison together in one breath spell. And that is where we will end tonight. And we will pick up next time as the Wrong Turns fight Razana, the daughter of the Draroons, the third dragon. And it is going to be a heck of an episode, I will tell you that. So, yeah.
Regret all of our decisions.
I know. we figure out that fire thing, and Blossom from closer down just turns to Bryn and mouths fire. Told you so.
So I will say also, because I have a bad habit of not saying this on stream, we are going to level up as well. So level
Ooh.
13 now in age. And
Lucky
fantasy age.
13.
And yeah, lucky 13 is the TPK number. So yeah, thank you. We're going to go around and plug. I know we're ending a little bit early tonight, but again, I want to make sure this dragon episode is done right, and it's going to be a long fight. So next week, make sure we come prepared for a slog. Yeah, and I didn't want to do 2 big, heavy fight episodes in a row, so that's kind of why we're ending a little early. All right, so we'll go around and plug. Let's start with Sam.
Hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at @thesamwisest. I am Samwise_GameG here on Twitch. I'm a disability advocate and the accessibility director here at the Chromatic Chimera. You can find me right back here on Saturday at 2 p.m. for our Monster of the Week campaign, Mysteries of the Mojave. We are, I think, starting up our last hunt So this is a really good time to jump in if you want some just ridiculous. Everybody rolls like shit, so come and watch us do terribly. Everybody but the one person playing the expert rolls like shit. It's amazing. So check that out. Otherwise, you can see me on Mondays with No Initiative in our game Quest to the Soaring City. It's our second season right now, and you're definitely going to want to come and check this next session because we've got some really cool like backstory stuff happening. Otherwise, I think that's all I've got currently going right now, but make sure to follow me on Twitch here because I'm going to start streaming again in the near future if you like video games and stuff. And that's all I've got right now.
Sweet. Lucy, you are up next.
At Bluebird Draws on Instagram and Twitter. I post a lot of art and I take commissions. You can find me here every Wednesday playing in Agora Spells, the Madame Curio's Bizarre Bazaar. You can find me on Saturdays over at Fat Dragon Gaming playing in the Chaos Complex where I play Deara, the Twi'lek Operative, in our Star Wars Scum and Villainy game. And you can find me every other Monday also on Fat Dragon Gaming with our No Happy Endings game, which is a series of one-shots or short arcs playing a variety of different RPG systems. I think next time we'll be wrapping up our We That Remain one-shot. Short shot, sorry, it's 2 episodes, where I play Lorelei Dupont. It's called Dying of the Light. It's very frightening, and it's a really good time. I also have a podcast. It's called Odyssey Exploration and Research. You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts.
Sweet. Thank you so much. Hey, Alex, you're up.
Hi, I'm Alex. You probably know me as Mr. Puddins. That's where you can follow me on Twitter. Been quiet lately. Some real life things going on. This week's Bloody Portrait, which usually takes place on Fridays, will not be playing this week with the holiday stuff going on. So I know we took a break last week. We're taking a little bit of an extended break, I guess, from Bloody Portrait, but we'll be back. Don't fret. And that's basically all I've got right now.
Cool. Thank you. Kate, you are up next.
Hey everybody, I'm Kate, and you can find me on Twitter at KatesD8s. I am a part of the Bloody Portrait game, and we are taking a bit of an extended leave. You can really only find me here right now. I'm starting school up again, and I still have a full-time job, so things outside of that realm are kind of sitting on the back burner at the moment.
Great. Thank you. Abby.
Hello, I am Abby. I'm the creative director here. Big news from me is that my cat jumped into my lap. That my dice store restock is this Friday, and I'm super excited. I've been inking dice like wild over here, and Kate just suggested I do white for these, which turned out fantastic. So if you like dice, come check that out on Friday. Besides that, yeah, I'm here Wednesdays, and you can find me on Twitter at D8Big Gaming.
Thank you. I'm Chris. I obviously GM this game. As everyone has kind of stated, we are living here for the most part, me included. I am also running Madame Curio's Bizarre Bazaar right now. That's a lot of fun. It's a little less serious end of the worldy. It's a little more, down to earth. Let's figure out all this weird shit going on with these weird NPCs. So this week we're gonna figure out a little lore behind the Arch Existence Affinity and what the hell she's up to, as she gave a happy couple the white rose instead of the typical red or green rose. So we'll find out what that means, hopefully, as we dive in and kind of explore the lore a little bit there. So I'm excited for that. Agora's Bells is frankly reaching its climax here. So make sure you keep tuning in for that. We're going to do a few more boss fights. We got a few more role-playing things, and then we're going to head towards endgame. So hang with us for that. Other than that, I appreciate you being here. Thank you to all our sponsors, and we will catch you next time. Thanks.